Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Concept Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Hope y'all doing well out there. I'm enjoying the scenery today. You know what I mean? Once again, I don't got no intro music because I'm not in the studio setting per se. You know, please like, share, subscribe, follow the videos. I'm gonna be posting on Rumble again. I got a lot of things in the works. I got a lot of work to do my damn self. In my personal life and my craft and the things that I'm producing and the things that I'm manifesting, I got a lot more work to do. You know what I mean? Not only mentioning the things that I'm creating, but just to mention the things that I'm going through. You know what I mean? I got a lot of work to do. I got, a lot on my plate right now, to say the least. Trying to not let my atmosphere, my environment affect any works that I got going on that I'm putting out there. You know what I mean? Affect the progress of the work that I got putting out there because you know a lot of times in life we don't rush enough. When younger we watch and we're paying attention to everything moving around us, but we never really stop and really get the full broad picture of everything that's going on around us. You know what I mean? You have to get that broader point of view. If you don't, then you'll never know the things that's taking place around you. I mean, some of us don't want to know, you know what I mean, the things that's taking place around us. Some of us see the things that's taking place around us, and we can't help but see those things because we got a mind, we have a spirit that allows us to see manipulative things or whatever it is that's going on. But you know, once you notice those things, it's like you have to make your move. You know what I mean? At that point, sometimes we notice these things late in life. Then we got to make our move to really correct those things or really put ourselves on course to do whatever it is we was meant to do with our life. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, your passion, your desire is really calling you to do, whatever, that is. And that's what I'm doing. I'm building on my passions and desires through the adversities that I've been dealt in life, through all the shit that I've been dealing with in life. Building on my passions and desires and everything that my family did in the past. I'm being called to do those same things. You know, I wanna really just express to everybody that you're under a craft. It's a craft work that's being performed on everybody living this life. You know what I mean? And if you don't follow your passion and the things that you want to do with your life, eventually you'll just be a part of the craft. You'll be out here part of everybody else's business. You know what I mean? You'll be helping everybody else's business thrive, but you'll never be making a legacy for your own family or your own, namesake or whatever. And that's part of the game. You know what I mean? The game is to get you entrenched in this shit. And once you become indoctrinated into whatever it is you're doing, it gets harder for you to do the things that you are passionate about doing because you done took on somebody else's, mission or journey or whatever they had planned for their life. You took that on. You know what I mean? You can't take on somebody else's passion. I mean, yeah, we all gotta work. We all gotta, provide for different things, different responsibilities that we build up in our own lives and things like that. But, you have to see past that and really get into motion on building what it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that your calling is to, build. Because we get so lost out here in this shit, man. So fucking lost. And it's designed to get you lost in a lot of ways. You know, see all the things that's going on with our stars out here. Now they brought Jay-Z into the fold of all the bullshit that's going on with P. Diddy and all of that. And this is what they do, a lot of them. And then they take pictures that insinuate certain things. They cover their mouth like they're not going to say nothing and things like that. It's because a lot that goes on in these streets right here is seen by people. You know what I mean? A lot is known by people who have money, influence, power, celebrity, fame, and things like this. They know a lot of the shit that we going through, and they just don't speak up on it. And sometimes they take part in a lot of the evil shit that goes on in the city. You know, money breeds corruption. So it's like, one hand wash the other. If you got a corrupt city and you from a corrupt city, definitely believe if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna be on top, they're gonna try to make you corrupt as them. They need somebody, blackballed or whatever. They'll use you to do it, and you have to do it, or else they're gonna try to fuck your life up, or eventually something's gonna happen. A lot of the games that's played is not even a physical thing. It's not even about what we think is about. You know what I mean? A lot of us see what's going on and we think, oh, this person just fucked that person over. No, that's something that happened physically. That's what you saw. But a lot of times, what you see is not really what's happening. A lot of times, what you see is a ritual or a spiritual thing or a mental thing that's taking place. You know what I mean? A lot of it is ritualistic. It's like when they say that Jay-Z got caught raping a 13-year-old girl, and a witness seen him and Diddy passing this little girl around. And I say to myself, like, why is they doing that? These two grown men, they capable of, having pretty much any woman that will have them. You know what I mean? Why? Why rape a little girl? That's ritualistic shit, you know? That's demonic shit. A lot of us out here don't even realize that we're under a demonic craft. And you gotta use your craft in order to make it out of a demonic craft. That's what I had to do. That's why I had to build so fucking fast, man. That's why a lot of my shit isn't up to the full potential or full standard of what it could have been or what it could be or what it's gonna be. Cause it's gonna be better. Everything that I produce is gonna be better. But it's not there right now because I had to rush and do it. You gotta rush and do all this shit. Especially when you find out that you're being set the fuck up. When you find out you're being set up, you gotta build against what they're trying to build against you. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that I put out certain information. It's not my fault that I received certain information from wherever I received this information from a divine source, from a heavenly place, from, that intellectual pool that we all fish out of and pull information and pull ideas out of. I can't help it if I'm being fed information. I can't help it that I see the plots and the plans that y'all got against me. I might not know all the plots and plans verbatim, but I know the people, I see the people that you put in place against me. I realize the people that you put in place against me. In hindsight, I can see that. And it's sad that it's in hindsight, but it's in hindsight because it was meant for me to see. But at the same time, if I had known about this shit, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in right now. But like I've been saying on all my videos, man, not on all of them, but a lot of my videos where I'm cluing y'all in on information, is a lot of work that y'all don't know about. And all I can say is this: put your children on a job. You know what I mean? Make sure your children is doing whatever it is that they're passionate about with their life. Make sure you get fathers, stay in your children's life. Do not let these women or whoever get you to be away from your child, because you never know what they're feeding your child. You never know what they're teaching your child, what they're telling your child. You never know what their agenda is. Some people have children and don't even love their own children, especially women when they see images of the father and they had a problem with the father, whatever. Stay in your children's life, man. Don't get out here and go off the deep end because you started awakening to something that's been going on in your life for a long time, and then you want to snap out because that's part of the trap too, to get you in your emotions. A woman's scorn is something else, but a man's emotion is menacing. A man's emotions can take him somewhere, you know, you know, to a dark place and have him really destroy some shit, which you ultimately destroy his children's life. A man's emotions will make him destroy himself, ultimately making you alter your children's life. Your children should be able to learn from and understand everything that you went through. Your children should be able to learn from and understand everything that their father went through and everything that their mother went through. This way, this way they don't make the same mistakes. They don't have to make the same mistakes. As long as us, as long as us as people do what we supposed to do and bring life into this life and teach that life to be better than us, better than our life, better than the ones that brought them into life, that gave them life. I recently put up some more promotions, old promotions, but I'm gonna be doing some more book giveaways and things like that. I'm gonna be doing some more book drop offs at the free little libraries. I'm gonna be creating some more music. I'm trying to get my space together, get me a little space, a little creative space together. I'm doing the best with what I got. I ain't got many resources, but the resources that I have, I'm going to utilize them well to build up my brand and what I'm building. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. You know, if you like what I'm doing, if you appreciate what I'm doing, or if you just want to support what I'm doing or support me because you feel what I'm going through or anything like that, feel free. You know what I mean? The Cash App is GVG215. I'm not sure if I changed it, but it's dollar sign GVG215 or whatever. I'm be yeah, still working, still grinding, man. Once you get a profession out here, your profession will try to get you deeper into the job. Like, you know what I mean? Get you to do more and more because you see the money, you want this or that. Don't get lost into whatever job you're doing because it's not your job. A lot of people see a lot of what it is a lot of us don't actually go out and acquire LLCs. A lot of us don't actually build any brands or any businesses for ourselves. So we only see the money that's coming in, you know what I mean, for our living, for our expenses, for whatever it is we do. We only see the money coming in from our job, from our career, whatever it is we're doing outside of us. You know what I mean? Because you always have to build on you. What a lot of people need to do is get out and start an LLC. It don't cost much money to start an LLC. You can put into that LLC so that way it's a constant reminder that yeah, you have a job, you're working somewhere to support yourself, your business, your brand, whatever it is that you want to do with your life. Your house, because a lot of us don't even realize that whatever we have can be taken away easily. All it takes is for the right person to sue you, for somebody to come across and just, you know, and all your shit is gone. Your house, your car, whatever your property you own. Your wife could divorce you, take everything. You gotta have your stuff protected. You gotta have your stuff insulated from different attacks that could happen. Put yourself in the trust in the LLC. This way it can't be attacked. This way your stuff can't be taken from you because somebody just had a malicious thought, you know? This craft is vicious though. This craft is vicious. Some of us have it easier than others. Some of us just don't. Like some of us, you know, you got to really entrench yourself in something you love. Because after a while, it's like, I enjoy the sights, I enjoy the scenery, but am I enjoying life? Am I really enjoying life with all the bullshit that's going on, with all the, scandals and scenarios and shit that pops up? Am I really enjoying life? What am I going to do to really get the most enjoyment out of life I could get out of life? You have to create. You have to. If you're not creating anything, what are you really bringing into life? You have to create. You have to create and you have to escape. For me anyway, I want to create so I could give safe passage to my children to get out of, their environment and you know, experience more. Just do more in life. You know what I mean? Life isn't just Philadelphia. Life isn't just, downtown or you know what I mean? Or life isn't just your neighborhood, where you from or whatever. Life isn't just about that. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people, I want to just say this, you know what I mean, and get it out there. Because there's a lot of people that I was really appreciative to, and I'm still appreciative to for some things, but I see how they're being used. I see how they be used, how they're being used, how they've been used to manipulate my life, and not just my life, my children's life, because that's ultimately what it's about. You know what I mean? It's such a tricky thing because you don't know who really knows what they're doing, if they're doing it intentionally. You don't know whether they don't know what they're doing and they're doing it unintentionally. So it's like you kind of you kind of got to deal with people with kid gloves. I mean, you could go strong hand because everybody got their own personality. You go strong hand with a motherfucker, but at the same time, once you go strong hand with a motherfucker, you fucking up that relationship. You could be instilling a little bit more respect, some more respect, but at the same time, you fucking up that relationship. And I might be speaking out of term here, but I really think the Boule set all this shit up. The Boule and you know, because of what's being revealed to me. You know, I don't know if anybody familiar with Akashic records and the memory and how things come back to you and how things, things that other people remember or have in their mind come to you somehow. That's the intellectual realm because everything's in the intellectual realm. What you think, what I think, what everybody out here thinks. All those thoughts is in the intellectual realm. So if you really sat and meditated, you could actually pull information out of what somebody else has been thinking. It's some deep shit. You could pull thoughts or feelings or memories or recollections out of somebody else's intellectual pool. It just don't work for people that's living neither. They don't gotta be a living relative or person. You could do this For your forefathers, you could do this type of meditation and this type of work for your forefathers, for somebody who life really mattered to you, and in your life, you could really meditate on this person, get a feel for who this person was, actually sit back and think, and you may actually be able to solve some things that was going on in their life by reading that documentary or watching that documentary. You might be able to actually sit there and put yourself in their shoes and then figure out things in their life that nobody else was able to figure out. That's called detective work. And then they got this new show coming out called Masonic Detectives. You have real Masonic detectives out here. You do. You really do. You have mediums out here who's able to pick up on different things and different things that's going on in their environment. You have these type of things out here. This is why you can't pull the wool over everybody's eyes. This is why you can't do evilness in the world to everybody, because some people see past the bullshit. Some people will allow negativity to happen just to see exactly how it's going to play out or how they're going to deal with the situation. In that respect, you never know what soul you're dealing with. You never know what soul you're dealing with. You never know what intellect you're dealing with. The only thing that the only perception you really have is the person. You see the person. A lot of people see the person that they're dealing with, and they might perceive that person to be like a nobody or somebody that's underneath them. But you never know the soul or the intellect that that person possesses. You never know what that person is capable of. You know what I mean? When they're really triggered to do so. You never know what this person can actually uh, um, um, come up with or imagine themselves out of. As long as they have the imagination, the passion, and the know-how, and they got the will and drive, they can create anything they want. You can create yourself out of any situation. That's how we got in this situation. It's a craft. It was all created. This whole situation, the whole system that we all play under right now, it's all a craft. It's all a creation. You could create yourself out of this situation, out of this craft by creating your own, by manifesting your own. I just so happen to figure it out. You know, I've been figured it out. A long time I knew this type of, you know, I've been having these type of thoughts and feelings for a long time. But in this being a craft, you got to understand when you have thoughts and feelings of escaping out of whatever trap or entanglement or maze you're in, the maze is going to introduce new hurdles, new things to get you caught into that box that you're confined in. It's like if the only way out of the maze was to climb up a ladder, and the mouse figured out that it had to climb up this ladder in order to get out the maze, but the maze didn't really want you to escape. All they would do is switch the ladder, switch the position of the ladder, or switch the ladder from a ladder to steps, or switch it to some type of wheel or mechanism, and then so on and so forth. At the time go on, and the mouse keep figuring out how to get out of that maze. They'll just make the maze more intricate, more diverse, more different, so the mouse could keep trying to figure his way out. This is what they do. This is why when you're creating, this is why a lot of creators give up on creating, because you notice more and more hurdles. It's like, damn, I just wanted to create. I didn't want to have to do this and this and this and this. I didn't want to have to sign this paperwork. I didn't want to have to, do this and do that just to be able to create. I just wanted to go make music, or I just wanted to do my podcast, or I just wanted to write a book. I didn't know I had to sign up for this and do that. And that's where a team comes in at. You have a team, the artist can create, the paperwork people could do the paperwork, and the promotion people could do the promotions, and everybody, the manager team can make sure you got somewhere where they where they want to have events for you and things like that, and everybody's happy, everybody makes money. And once again, that's a craft in itself. That's artwork in itself, putting together a team just to be able to build a dream, just to be able to build out of a situation. That's a craft in itself. If you have no one to craft with, it's very hard to craft on your own, to create on your own, to create artwork or whatever it is. You might have the best song in the world in your fucking mind, but it won't come out properly if it's not crafted properly. If you don't have the right, you could do it yourself and it's very possible. But at the same time, you have to be very dedicated and tedious to creating anything that you're trying to create. When it comes to finding out things about your family history, their secrets and the shit that they're doing and the things they were involved in before you even came about, it takes time. Because every family has secret. Everybody out this joint got family secret, something that they hold in guard that they don't want the next generation to know about. Then it wind up coming back biting somebody in the ass or something like that. Everybody has it. Everybody. Some people, the difference is between culture and races. Some races and cultures will scheme to put their children and their people in the best position possible. And some other races and cultures will scheme to take everything away from the next generation or not leave the next generation anything. And I think it's partly because you got people from different races and cultures raising different people from other races and cultures, right? For example, you have a black family, right? Well, I don't like using the term black, right? Because nobody's black. But you'll have an African family raising a Spanish boy or a Native American boy. They're always going to see that child as an outsider because he's not the same race. They're always going to see him as an outsider. So when it comes down to somebody, even if he's the favorite of whatever, right? When it comes down to somebody passing something on or him getting some type of, they're not going to give it to him because he's different. He's the outsider. They're never going to give him the accolades. They're never going to give him the appreciation, the love, because he's an outsider. That's the way it is. You have a lot of that going on out here. You got a lot of families that resent a family member just because they're light skinned and everybody else is dark skinned. You have that going on out here. You have family members who's not really family members who set up other family members because they find out that they're not really family. You have family out here who get with people and then the people that they're with, who they have kids with, try to set up their brothers and their sisters and their family. And then you have families who's in the middle of all this, who's playing one side of the family and the other side of the family against one person. And those are the type of things that I have to think about. This is why I choose not to connect with anybody. This is why I choose not to. I could trust a stranger more than I could trust people that I know. That's how I feel. That's a fucked up place to be. But that's the way it is. I didn't make it that way. People made it that way. People who I trusted, people who I was loyal to, people who I did nothing but bring good into their life. They bring bad into mine. So why would I continue to be around family, friends, whomever, associates that don't bring any good into my life? And that's where I'm at with it. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything like that. I know what I have to focus on. I got to focus on my children. I got to focus on creating. I got to focus on getting to a better situation for them. I got to focus on me. I got to focus on my peace of mind, my health, my mental, spiritual, physical health. And if being around somebody, whether they're a loved one or not, is going to fuck that up, then I can't be around you. Then I can't associate with, I can't be a part. I can't. It's just something I can't, I can't hurt myself. I can't continue to hurt myself because I love somebody. Don't make no sense. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to hurt myself because I love somebody or hurt myself because somebody fucked up in their life and now they want to come back. Nah, I'm cool. Yeah. But that's been my episode, God Concept Podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. Keep creating, keep figuring your situation out. Put your investigation cap on. Don't let anybody pull the wool over your eyes, even if it's your parents, man. Stay dedicated, stay focused on what you're passionate about, and continue growing, continue going. My name is Mr. Pagan. This has been an episode of God Concept Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, support the book, support the music, support the podcast. I'm trying to gain monetization from YouTube, from Rumble, from everywhere the podcast is available. And I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. Have a good day. Peace.